ask Attorney Rich to call the roll for us this evening.
Thank you, sir. Counselor Woodland.
Present.
Counselor Feltner.
Present.
Counselor Canellis.
Present.
Counselor Palumba.
Present.
Counselor Falcoff.
Present.
Counselor Donato.
Present.
Counselor Bays.
Present.
Counselor Picciarelli.
Present.
And President Sedaris.
Present, thank you. Can I get a motion to go into executive session to discuss strategy with respect to collective bargaining with the DPW union, Town Hall Associates Union, Library Union, Fire Union, Police Patrol Union, Police Supervisors Union, as an open meeting may have a detrimental effect on the town's bargaining position?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call, please.
Counselor Feltner.
Yes.
Counselor Canellis.
Yes.
Counselor Palumba.
Yes.
Counselor Falcoff.
Yes.
Counselor Donato.
Yes.
Counselor Bays.
Yes.
Counselor Picciarelli.
Yes.
Counselor Woodland.
Yes.
And President Sedaris.
Yes, we'll be returning to open session at approximately 7:15. Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. The next item is public forum. Is there anyone for public forum that didn't sign up that would like to speak? Seeing none, we move on to the examination of minutes. Can I get a motion on the minutes of September 10th?
Mr. President, I make a motion that we adopt the minutes of September 10th as written.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Next item is President's Report, and tonight I have the upcoming performance evaluation of the town manager for fiscal year 2019. I'm going to read the top page of what was in your packet, and it says the town charter, as well as the employment agreement between the town and the manager, requires that an annual performance evaluation be conducted. We are behind, so we have this, trying to get this back on track. As we're all aware, we've been very, very busy with a number of issues that we've been dealing with. So the purpose of the evaluation is threefold. One, to ensure that the manager is working towards the goals and objectives previously established by the council. Two, to serve as a means of formal communication between the manager and the council with respect to both past and future performances. And three, to provide a basis upon which salary adjustment decisions can be based. So the timetable for this is I'm asking that this be completed and due to the council clerk by Friday, October 18th at 2. I will prepare a composite evaluation and present it to the town council on November 12th. And I will then make some recommendations on referring this to committee so that we can keep on track for fiscal year 2020. If there are no questions at this point, I'm happy to entertain them if you have questions during the whole process, but we have till October 18th, so please, if we could do that by then, it would be appreciated. Okay. 8 is motions, orders, and resolutions, and 8A is a resolution authorizing a transfer of funds in order to fund a stipulated Massachusetts Joint Labor Management Committee award on the terms set forth in a memorandum of agreement with the Watertown Police Supervisors Association, MCOP, Local 373, covering the period of July 1, 2016 to June 30th, 2019. Mr. Manager.
Thank you, Mr. President, members of the council. I'm pleased to inform you that we have reached the agreement with the Watertown Police Supervisors, as the President just mentioned, for a 3-year contract covering July 1, 2016 to June 30, 2019. Given the length of retroactivity that is involved, on September 18, the parties filed for a stipulated Massachusetts Joint Labor Management Committee award on the terms that were set forward in the memorandum of agreement. We have, again, filed for the stipulated Massachusetts Joint Labor Management Committee award. The chairman of the Joint Labor Management Committee has acted upon that, and thus the stipulated award is available for town council to consider. I'd like to briefly speak to the memorandum agreement. Again, the period of time is July 1, 2016 to June 30, 2019. The wages for fiscal year 17, 18, 19 are as follows. July 1, 16 is a 2.25% increase. July 1, 2017 is a 2% increase. And July 1, 2018 is a 2% increase. Additionally, the specialist pay, effective July 1, 2017, increasing the specialist pay to up to 2% of the top step sergeant rate, and adding the traffic commander and community staff and development sergeant as specialists. Additionally, adding the officer in charge, day shift sergeant as a specialist at the rate of 2% of a top step effective June 30, 2019. So, Mr. President, members of the council, I urge your support of the award. The award is fair to the employees, the taxpayers of Watertown and the town alike. The proposed transfer before you this evening would be $376,880 from the fiscal year 2020 Town Council Reserve to 7 Police Department prior year salary accounts, and then the Medicaid fiscal year 20 Medicaid tax. So, Mr. President, the proposed transfer again of the 3-year agreement is $376,880. Subsequent to Town Council's consideration of the funding of the memorandum agreement, I'd like to briefly speak on a couple other related issues regarding logistics for the fiscal year 2020 Police Department budget. Mr. President.
Thank you. Can I get a motion on the transfer, please?
Mr. President, I make a motion that we approve the transfer of $376,880 for the described agreement for the Watertown Police Supervisors.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call, please, Attorney Rich.
Thank you. Counselor Falcoff.
Yes.
Counselor Donato.
Yes.
Counselor Bays.
Yes.
Counselor Picciarelli.
Yes.
Counselor Woodland.
Yes.
Counselor Feltner.
Yes.
Counselor Canellis.
Yes.
And Counselor Paloma.
Yes.
And President Sedaris.
Yes, thank you. 8B is a resolution authorizing a transfer of funds. I'm sorry, Mr. Manager, did you?
Yeah, just very quickly,
Sorry.
Mr. President,
Before I-
just wanted to, and I thank the council's favorable action on the proposed memorandum agreement. That covered the period of time, the fiscal years 17, 18, and 19, and as I mentioned, we will, as mentioned before, the amended fiscal year 2019 compensation, so thus the third year of the agreement, the police supervisors was voted on tonight, along with the police association that was voted back on June 25, needs to be adjusted in the fiscal year 2020 police department budget. As you recall, the night of the town council adopting the fiscal year 2020 budget, we had moved monies from the fiscal year 2020 police department budget to town council reserve. We'll be looking to come back with a transfer of funds request to put monies back in to address the amended fiscal year 2019 compensation level of the supervisors and the police association. And additionally, we'll be looking, as part of a budget amendment 2 weeks from tonight, we'll be looking to appropriate monies from the collective bargaining stabilization fund to replenish the fiscal year 2020 town council reserve. Mr. President.
Thank you, Mr. Manager. 8B is a resolution authorizing a transfer of funds in the amount of $6,364 from the fiscal year 2020 Town Council Reserve account to the fiscal year 2020 transfer to other funds account in order to fund the local match requirement for a federal fiscal year 2018 firefighters grant award. Mr. Manager.
Thank you, Mr. President. With forward correspondence from Fire Chief Robert J. Quinn, along with Bridget Bean, who's from the Department of Homeland Security, regarding the approval of the town's application for funding under the federal fiscal year 2018 Assistance to Firefighter Grant, or AFG, in the amount of $70,000. The federal share of the grant is for $63,636, and the total match, local match requirement is $6,364. That, I'll speak to the proposed transfer in a moment, but at this point, Mr. President, I'd like to have Chief Quinn come up and just briefly speak to what the grant would allow for to move forward with the funding of the $70,000 grant. Mr. President, Chief Quinn.
Mr. President, members of the council, we're very happy to get this grant to replace our Scott fill machine, which is over 20 years old. We've had a lot of issues with it lately, and we applied for this grant quite a while back, but we were very happy to get it. It's going to allow us to bring our Scott fill machine up to modern-day standards. We'll be able to comply with some more NFPA requirements, and it's really a great thing. We're really happy to get this piece of equipment for the fire station because it allows us to fill our bottles after fires or whenever we need them, and it would be at Station 1, and it would all the stations would use the one machine at Station 1, and we're really excited about this grant. It's a really good opportunity for us to get this expensive piece of equipment through the grant system. So, very happy, and just looking for your consideration with the match.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Manager.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. President. Again, members of the council, the proposed transfer would be, for the local match requirement, would be $6,364 from fiscal year 2020 Town Council Reserve to the fiscal year 2020 transfer to other funds. Again, I respectfully request your favorable consideration of the town funding the local match requirement. Mr. President.
Can I get a motion on the transfer, please?
Mr. President, I make a motion that we approve the transfer of $6,364 for the firefighters grant award as noted.
Is there a second? Second. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Counselor Donato?
Yes.
Counselor Bays?
Yes.
Counselor Picciarelli?
Yes.
Counselor Woodland?
Yes.
Counselor Feltner?
Yes.
Counselor Canellis?
Yes.
Counselor Palumbo?
Yes.
Counselor Falcoff?
Yes.
And President Sedaris.
Yes, thank you. 8C is a resolution authorizing acceptance and expenditure of a gift of funds in the amount of $3,800 to offset expenses related to the Fair on the Square 2019. Mr. Manager.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. President, members of the council. Forwarded correspondence from Mr. Flynn, the town clerk, regarding 6 donations that have been received to date since the last town council meeting for the Fair on the Square that will be held this Saturday, which is, again, is the 20th year of the event. The 6 donations are as follows. The Rotary Club of Watertown, $1,000. The Watertown Community Foundation, $750. Watertown Ford, $750. Messina Kufis Associates doing business as Realty Executives, $600. The Watertown Police Supervisors Association, $350. And the Hooley Foundation, $350. For tonight's acceptance of those 6 gifts, Mr. President, members of the council, would be $3,800 pursuant to Mass General Laws 44, 53A, and expenditures of gifts of funds needs the approval of the town manager and the town council. I respectfully ask your favorable consideration of the resolution approving the acceptance and expenditure of the gift of funds.
Thank you. Can I get a motion on the acceptance of a gift of funds?
Mr. President, I make a motion that we approve the gift of funds for $3,800 for Fair on the Square.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you. Item number 9 is committee reports. And Committee on Media and Public Outreach report regarding communication with the town council during emergencies. Councilor Palumbo is the chair, but I've been informed that Councilor Bays is going to handle the report this evening. Councilor Bays.
Thank you. The Media and Public Outreach Committee met on August 1st at 5:30 p.m. to talk about communication to town councilors during times of emergency. Attendees included Councilor Tony Palumbo, the chair, Councilor Lisa Feltner, vice chair, and Councilor Caroline Bays, secretary. Town Council President Mark Sedaris, Councilor Vincent Picciarelli, and Town Auditor Tom Tracy, Town IT Director Joe Mahoney, Chief of Police Mike Long, Chief of Fire Bob Quinn, and Police Lieutenant James O'Connor were also there. The meeting was called to order at 5:30 p.m. The committee met as a result of a presentation from Everbridge in which they described a service that allowed the town to have multiple text groups which could be notified when an emergency happens in town. The committee explored the viability of using this service for town councilors. Chief Long explained he uses Everbridge for emergency notifications within their department, but rarely externally when they need to notify the public about a safety hazard. In addition, he was concerned about the time it might take during an emergency to notify town councilors. Chief Quinn also uses Everbridge to call in firefighters. Often the police call the town manager or each other during or soon after an emergency, but rarely talk to anyone else. Chief Long and Chief Quinn felt that social media often gets information out before they can, especially since they are really busy when an emergency is happening. Chief Long said that they could create a town councilor group through Everbridge, but he was concerned that it would be difficult for the police department to use because no one is available to send the information to town councilors since they don't have a dedicated employee responsible for communication with the town. Councilor Feltner and Councilor Palumbo went through a number of scenarios to determine when it might be appropriate to notify town councilors, such as a biotech hazard, a chemical explosion, or an oil spill on Main Street. The chiefs currently use social media to get information out to the public, but they felt that without dedicated staff, both the departments can't make use of the Everbridge tools effectively. Councilor Piccirilli also said it's difficult to know what is important to communicate and what the town's goal in communicating information is without the services of a dedicated communications specialist. The committee voted 3-0 to recommend that all town councilors sign up for alerts powered by Everbridge for the police and fire department on the town websites, as well as sign up for the police and fire department's Facebook and Twitter accounts. The committee voted to adjourn the meeting at 6:50, respectfully submitted by Caroline Bays, Secretary.
Thank you. Can I get a motion to accept the report?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Counselor Feltner?
I just wanted to mention during this meeting, we learned a lot during this meeting, but it also became clear that Everbridge really is receiving very limited use in how we use it. It has a lot of great tools, but we're certainly not using to its potential. And it was really unclear what it was adding beyond internal communications that we have, because as noted in the report, we just don't have the staff managing communication and all those things. So I know that Chief Lon and others mentioned that we have very few, I think it was less than 3,000 that are receiving these alerts in town. So I just want to make note of that. Thank you.
Are there any other comments on the report? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. We really don't have an action item because it's a recommendation asking us to sign up if we like. So we'll leave it at that. New business, any new business to come before the council? Communications from the town manager. Mr. Manager.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. President. I just have, just reminding about the farmer's market going for 3 more weeks through October 9. I know others are going to speak to it in the Fair and Square, but additionally, the last day for residents can register to vote for the general election, which is going to be on November 5. So the last day to register to vote is Wednesday, October 16. Mr. President.
Thank you. Requests for information. Any requests for information? Seeing none. Announcements. Any announcements? I have a couple. I'm going to follow up on the manager. And the manager spoke about the Watertown Farmers Market, which has been running from 2:30 to 6:30. There's 3 weeks left. And the 2 October dates, they'll be closing at 6. But they have some special events happening on September 25th. Is Fall Kids Activities and Tai Chi. October 2nd is Win Market Money, Apple Tasting, and Knife Sharpening. So there's several things. There's, I guess, the knife sharpener makes their only appearance, so you can get your knives sharpened. And then on October 9th, they'll participate with National Fire Prevention Week, and then they have live music with Kaylee Stoddard. So I encourage people to take advantage of the last 3 weeks and get some fresh items for their homes, as well as having some fun activities. The other item I again want to touch on is the manager just did, the Fair on the Square, which is Saturday from 11 to 4. And there's a group of people that have been working really, really hard to make this another fantastic event for the community. I personally want to thank them for their efforts, because this starts the day after, preparation for the fair starts the day after this one ends. And I will say that there's been a lot of effort put in, a lot of participation. Hopefully we'll see some new things, and we'll have some new ideas for next year. Any other announcements? Public forum. Seeing none, can I get a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Is there a second? Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. Thank you. I was